boss. This week's income from the sponsors has cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
And we are about to start. So for activities, I can see there's nothing much we can do. We're just going to improve our second driver. So in the facilities, I don't think we have enough money to do anything. R&D, we should be able to do something. And we're going to, in powertrain, the engine would just bottom 4, but not the last, but in chassis, also not in the last. But I think we should be able to do something here. It's either this one or this one. They seem to do the same effort, so I'm going to choose the reduced drag reduction. So it should help us in the straight lines where I feel like losing a lot. And before we move on, we're going to check out the standings. As a team, we still have only 1 point. And as a driver, I am in the P15. And Tatiana is not anymore in the third last position, which is I have to be happy with it. And let's see how Tatiana actually is. She's getting along. I think when we started, her pace was 61. It's now 63 plus 5, so it's a good thing. And soon we will improve some facilities for her in personnel section, so that she will gain something. Like you can see, on May 10 we will receive some extra experience wise, and actually we can do this one as well. Racecraft and awareness stats will slightly improve, so it's a good thing. And for this one we're going to need 6 mil. This one has to wait because soon we have to start thinking about a new contract as well. But at the same time it will be interesting to see what happens when we don't have any money for new contract. Let's see what happens. Anyway, it's time to move on. So let's review the qualification results, which this time around were in the wet, and just by a little smooch I managed to defeat my own teammate. Car performance wise, I think this is where we actually belong. But from here, let's head to the race.
The Spanish Grand Prix has been a permanent fixture on the Formula One calendar for over 30 years now, and for good reason. Do you remember Michael Schumacher's absolute dominance here in that rain-soaked Grand Prix in 1996? That day he took his first ever victory for Ferrari, and we've had many more iconic moments since. The Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya then, a high-speed 2.89-mile circuit which demands an efficient downforce package and bravery on the part of the driver, especially through the blind right of turn 9, which we might just see taken flat this weekend.
So let's check out the strategy. Here we're going to do like I always do, add a little bit of fuel to get the rich mixture for the entire race. And from here, let's just get it on. So like always, what a good start actually I had. My main goal is to keep my position. I didn't use overtake because right now I just want to avoid any mishaps and use my overtake in the main straights on the end of the lap where I can perhaps gain some positions. Like from the start I can see Magnussen is really trying, he's still next to me. So I'm leaving him some room, but here I already see a little touch. So I'm blocking the road for actually Popolachi. And just keeping them at bay. So from the first lap I can already see that Alpha Tauris, they are going to be hard to beat.
Great first lap. Keep it up.
And I'm just going to take the maximum I'm capable of from this race. And you can obviously see that Barcelona is actually a car performance track where the car performance is the main thing. Everybody knows this track by heart. But from here, let's jump to the end of the lap 3. Actually, we're actually in the beginning of lap 3. Sorry, my bad. So from here, we're going to see something surprising. Seems like the Ferraris, they're trying to do something. You can see him on the right there. Mechanical failure. So another top driver retiring because of mechanical failures. And basically from here we just jump to the pit stop because really nothing happens. Just driving my pace, Magnussen staying close to me. I decided to go on this lap even though I was on pace with my tires. I think I would have been able to stay on that lap time on maybe 2 or 3 laps, but they decided to go to the pit stop because Magnussen was always so close, was using TRS, which I didn't have, so it made sense to try to gain some seconds with outlap and make the gap so that I will have problem-free race. So just getting out, just trying to stay on the road, and let's jump to the end of the lap to see what is going to happen. So I'm going to the main straight and Magnussen just came behind me. He's exiting the pits. I'm keeping my position and we can see almost 3 seconds gap, so my plan worked perfectly. And I can just
come in to fit the mediums. Car ahead, now running medium tires.
Everybody's running medium tires, but now I can just enjoy the rest of the race. Even though it's not enjoyable because nothing to catch. Latifi and Russell are just so much ahead. Magnussen is basically going to stay the same distance behind me. And here we are at the last corners of the race. Just staying safe, making no mistakes. Like we can see, Latifi has gone away a couple of seconds. I have made a couple of seconds on Magnussen.
Take care of the car on the way in.
So P16 was absolute maximum, and I got it only because of retirement of the Ferrari and Verstappen, and just have to take what I can get.
Another Spanish Grand Prix is over, and what a special race it was. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Valtteri Bottas
a
again.
Boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day.
Yep.
And a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace. And our winner today showed they could do both.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations.
And we can
A real
see
team victory today.
Perez
Everybody
again
plays
on
their
the
part.
podium.
Congratulations
Renault
then to
are
Mercedes,
making a
your
huge
race
push
winners
this
today.
season, and it's actually lovely to see, but still it's not really lovely to see that Mercedes is still dominating. Couple of races will be in middle of the season, and here we can see the main results where even though we can see that Leclerc was a little bit faster than Perez by a tenth, but in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. So P16 for me, Magnussen actually had tiny bit a better lap time than me, but basically we're the same. And Tatiana is not the last one, and actually the best lap time was better than the both Williamses. So I'm going to leave you with this first lap replay of the race, and even though it was a quite boring race, just part of Formula 1, we all know that. So enjoy the replay and see you on the next race.